Our magic causes ruin for every living thing, Jack. It causes the wound.
We caused the wound?
Hola, ¿qué tal, amiguitos míos? Y bienvenidos de nuevo a un nuevo episodio de Immortals of Aveum. Así es, ya tenía rato que en este caso no regresamos al juego bello, bellísimo y hermoso. Así que ahora sí, nos toca otra vez darle candela. Se me habían... De hecho ya se me olvidaron un chingo los controles. Ok, por aquí no puedo disparar. Aquí tampoco. Pero bueno, según yo me acuerdo que nos habíamos quedado como que después de nuestra graduación. Así que pues vamos a darle. Dice, descansa de tus apuntes, opcional, habla con tus camaradas. Pues voy a hablar con todos.
Hello again, Jack.
¿Qué onda? Zendara no sabe divertirse. ¿Qué pasa con Devin? A ver.
Oh, Zendara.
I know.
Just saying. Kinda rained on my parade to get through selection, and then she says my kind are trash.
Dangerous. Anomalies, mistakes, insults to the Pentasod. These last 5 years, I'm sure you've heard it all.
I just figured, I don't know, that there might be more enlightened views among the Immortals.
I won't make excuses, because there are none. It's an ugly aspect of the Magni dynasties and their rulership across Aveum. You already know, the lightless have it worse.
No me acuerdo si esto ya lo habíamos hablado, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa con Devin?
Devin seems nice. For an elite Magnus.
And he's taken a shine to you. That's good. Devin's never really been comfortable at the Palathon.
Really?
I can tell he misses the front. He prefers field work. Soldiering.
Huh. Wouldn't have pegged him for that.
Devin's our best fighter. That's why we need him back here.
Ok, sí, mucho texto. ¿Y ahora qué?
So, do we get secret handshakes?
Several.
Seriously though, is there a new manual or something that tells me what my duties are now that, you know...
Those come later. Honestly, the Order's traditional training and initiations are more informal, more agile than they have ever been in the past. It's not ideal, but the current state of the Everwar means most of your education will be in the field.
Do I get to finally know what the name is all about? The Immortals?
We borrow our name from a more ancient Pentati order that once practiced here. The Un Avlashud, the Enduring.
Salud.
They had learned to stretch time and live inside it in a way that mortality meant nothing to them.
That sounds fake.
It probably is.
Creo que sí lo había escuchado esto,
The
¿no?
Pentati eventually vanished, but the legends that they had conquered death didn't. Those that founded our order saw no downside in being associated with such power and prestige.
So it's branding.
Pretty much.
Ah, bueno. Buenas noches,
Good night,
adiós.
sir.
Good night, Jack.
Ok, o sea, básicamente mamadas. Ok, entonces vamos a hablar con todos. ¿Qué es esto? Hay más cositas por aquí que tengan que saber. Hola, señor caballero, muy buenas noches, muy buenas noches. Aquí no hay nada que pueda yo agarrar acá. Aunque estamos como que adentro de una vitrina gigante. Ok, tiene pinta que por allá no es. Ok, entonces vamos a hablar con la gente.
This is going to sound like a really weird question.
Didn't you see me die in the path?
That's the one. You were the candidate that, got horribly crushed by, well, you know.
I do. Horrible stuff, am I right? At least it wasn't as bad as my last goat selection. I took a nasty spill into a pit of quicksand head first. Took me the whole next summer to restore my equilibrium and good spirit. If I never suffocate to death again, it will be too soon.
Unbelievable.
Ah, I see. You were told you could be killed during your test. They tell that to every first-timer. Keeps the blood up, am I right?
Eso no te
Let me
mata.
get this straight. You can get mauled, stabbed, burned to death, or just straight up fall to your death, and the path just...
You've been bamboozled, my friend. It does make you feel bad about it, if that helps. An eldritch little whisper in your head as you leave, telling you, you're shit, and it lingers.
I can't believe it.
When you think about it, though, wasting a talented, well-trained Magnus on a silly death trap when they could instead die capturing a hill at the front is a terrible trade, and, well, also a stupid one. And Kirken's definitely not that.
So what? The path just resurrects you?
She's her own transitory fold between worlds, and she'll make her own rules while you're inside, thank you very much. If you waste her time by dying, she'll spit you back into the lobby with egg on your face.
Ah, no, bueno.
Ugh.
Where are my manners? Congratulations on your success, Jack of the House Unforeseen. The kingdom is better for your coming. I'm Magister Greaves of House Belmay, 3-time selection washout, and now champion of your name and deeds. It's an absolute honor to make your acquaintance.
Ah, gracias.
All right,
Adiós.
Bellman. I should go.
Ok, hablando con los panitas. A ver, ¿y usted, señora, que usted me mintió?
Not now, Initiate.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. But Kirken just thought I should break the ice with everyone. Get to know you all, you know.
You don't think we've done that already?
Sure, but
perdón.
that time sucked.
It's not gonna get any different. Now go and enjoy your party. It's the last one you'll see for a long while.
Ah. Pues chinga tu madre. Qué cordial me saliste. ¿Tú quién eres?
You were at Yothium, weren't you?
I was, sir, yes. Hallen means oldest. Name's Silas.
Right, right. Good to see you made it, Silas.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have if the Grand Magnus hadn't blessed me with her spell of protection.
What do you mean?
You don't remember, sir? She touched my armor and warded it against the Rasharnians. We lightless would be lost without your
Ah,
magic
claro, sí.
and guidance.
Sí.
Yeah, no, the Grand Magnus really can cast some doozies, can't she? Yeah, I'm glad she was able to, keep you safe out there.
I still can't believe it,
No
sir.
te voy a romper la
I was
ilusión.
in the West Trenches when the Rasharnians hit. It was a massacre. My whole platoon was cut down. I only barely got away. I just want you to know that the Immortals have my family's eternal gratitude.
You bet. I
Bye.
better go.
Ok, mucho texto. Episodio de mucho texto. ¿Quién es
Hey,
usted?
Orfe, what's shaking?
Ah.
We're probably at your graduation party, where we're politely refusing to remove our mask. Or we're discussing Aristeia again.
Are you sure that's where we are?
Forgive us if we aren't, Candle. The years get wet in our head.
Right. It's the seer part of being a seer, I guess. The kind of time-jumpy thing with you.
Red, chaos, green, transition. They mixed when we were given our magic by the Pentasod. One lives in our right eye, the other in our left.
Causing a temporal thingamajig. Got it. And probably at this point I asked to see your eyes.
You'll forgive us if we say no. We hope.
Ah, no, bueno, a ver. ¿Y
So
tú
as
quién
a
eres?
seer, you're what? Like maybe our reconnaissance officer or something? You look for what's coming our way?
We work as an intelligence specialist, yes. Remote recon is part of our duties. You're convincing Zandara to let you walk the path, for example.
That's back a ways, actually. But Kirken said you can see the future, too.
In theory, half the time.
What?
We know, for example, that you must eventually refrain from making covenant with the low beasts of the field.
Is that code? It sounds like code.
Maybe, but Devon's our codebreaker, so it's best to ask him. Wait. No, you never do. Sounds like it's settled then.
Ah, bueno,
Good chat,
huevos.
Orfe.
Ya se faltan dos. A ver, este es el último carnalito. Voy a hablar con él. ¿Y este quién es? No lo ubico. Señora, ¿quién es usted?
Ambassador Damley. It's been a while.
Indeed. The immortal glyph looks good on you, Jack.
Kinda does, huh? What brings you so far from the Northern Court?
I suppose that you're an Order Magnus now, so I can't keep secrets from you any longer. The king has appointed me as royal advisor to the Palathon in his time of absence.
A ver,
You're
¿qué
here
es
because
eso?
of the king's absence. I don't understand.
Sandrak's siege of the capital. It's worsened. The Lightless don't know how bad it is. Kirken's even been given emergency powers by the crown.
The Palathon's the acting capital of Lucium? That means Lavenry's nearly fallen. She never bothered to tell me.
The north will soon be lost to us, Jack. The king's in hiding. I'm surprised you weren't informed, with you being one of Kirkin's closest confidants. Curious.
Vaya, me
Have
están
to go,
ocultando
basa.
cosas. Y tú, carnal, ¿qué pedo? A ver. ¿Montas? Ah, espérate, me queda todavía otro vato aquí en medio.
Captain Soko.
We send
Ah,
Sandrak's vanguard packing and promptly aces selection. You make it seem easy, sir.
Please, don't start calling me that.
You're an immortal now, sir. There are protocols to follow.
Nope. See? Every time you say it, it's just weird.
We'll both learn to survive it. I should be going.
ah. Quédate
just-
Don't
cerca.
leave yet. You're one of the only people I know here.
Lightless and Magni don't exactly mix at functions like this, sir. Also protocol.
Me
What?
lleva la verga.
No, you're a captain. Just because you can't use magic doesn't mean you can't be here. You should be able to go anywhere you want.
Only on the battlefield. This event strays a little too far into your end of society, if you take my meaning.
I'm not. I've never been like that.
And I've always appreciated that about you. Truly. But neither of us have the time to bend history when there's a war to win.
Me lleva la
Have a
madre.
good night, sir. You certainly deserve it.
Me lleva, aquí ya también estamos con mamadas, en este caso de jerarquías. A ver qué pedo, carnal, tú. Dímelo todo, que ya queremos salirnos. Ya hemos 10 minutos de puro texto.
So, what she make you see?
What? The path?
Yep, she's long on visions, that one. I spent as much time reliving my father's disappointment in me as I did fighting phantoms of the enemy.
One
One more right cock-up like that and you'll never get accepted into the academy. Then what, Devin? Spending the rest of your days conjuring up fertility spells for the county dirt farmers? I gave him the accent like that for effect, by the way. And the volume. In reality, he was quite cultured and hardly ever spoke above a whisper.
Eso suena horrible.
Wow.
A
That's...
disturbingly low whisper too, like this. He could make a room cold in the summer with it.
Ah, ok.
Horrible. But he's dead now, dear Papa. My older brother took over from the family business. Rugs. And I'm an awful merchant, so that meant off to the war for me.
De nuestra
The
familia.
path made sure I knew my true calling is what I'm trying to say. I'm good at war, Jack. Great at it. And I hate that. Now, where were we?
You're just going to talk over me, aren't you?
I don't think so.
Soy. A ver, hágase.
So what don't I know about Kirkin that I probably should?
She ever tell you the story about the arm?
It's never come up.
5 years and it's never come up. Uh-huh. You and everyone else are just too scared to ask.
Fine. So what's with her arm?
I haven't asked.
Can you not?
Mamón, güey.
I get the distinct impression Zendara doesn't like me. At all.
She's, well, not really a big fan of the unforeseen.
She made that pretty clear.
It's not her best look, I know, but she's royalty. They've always been suspicious of Magni born outside of their jurisdiction.
Royalty.
No lie. She's a Carthusian princess, our Zendara. Her family still holds the Glaive Gate despite everything Sandrak's done to that country. Don't worry, Jack. She'll come around.
That sounds like a lie.
Exacto. ¿Qué
I
es
met
Orfe?
Orfe on my way to the Palathon. What's their deal?
They're one of our intelligence officers, a seer of considerable power. Orphe's great. Sometimes you have to cut through the static, if you know what I mean, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I caught some of that.
Get to know them more. It's good to have a seer watching out for you. You should also meet Hauser, though it seems like he decided not to show tonight. How typically rude.
He's another immortal?
Indeed. Bit of a bigwig from the Northern Court who plays at being mysterious, treats the Order more as a hobby than a calling. Don't tell him I said that. I'm sure he'll turn up at some point.
Ah, bueno. Adiós.
All right. I'll see you around, Devin.
Mucho texto, ya me ha sacado casi 15 minutos de puro pinche texto. Pero bueno, completamos el objetivo extra. No, aquí no hay cosas. Ok, entonces vámonos a la chingada. Aquí puedo hacer más cosas. ¿Qué es eso? Ascensiones, quién sabe qué. Ok, aquí no hay nada más. Tiene pinta que no, y no puedo ir por allá para, en este caso, agarrar lo que vi por allá. Ok. Para allá no puedo ir. ¿Qué es eso? Ah, estos son mis aposentos. Entonces, ¿qué es acá? Son todos cuartos, entonces. Ah, espérate, aquí hay cosas. Ok, ahí hay algo. Dame. Excelente, muy bien. Qué rico, sí, claro que sí. Por algo aquí hay cosas, a huevo. Sabía que aquí había cosas. ¡Dame eso! ¿Dónde? Ok. Sí, como que por algo ponían escaleras aquí. No era normal que hubiera escaleras aquí, nada más así de a gratis. ¿No tengo que hacer parkour aquí para algo? Oh, sí, tengo que hacer aquí parkour para... ¡No mames! Casi llego. Espérate. Sí puedo. Ok, espérate. Ahí está, güey. Ya se me había olvidado que podía levitar, Ok, es con mantenido pulsado, se me había olvidado. Güey, es que ya tiene un chingo que no juego este pinche juego. Ok, esperen. Cuarteles generales del oeste. ¿Qué onda, perros? Buenas noches. Hola, aquí están gente volando. ¿Y aquí qué hay o qué? ¡Uy! ¡Aquí hay cofres! ¡Dame! Aquí casualmente estoy destruyendo todo lo que tienen. Oye, mira, si sirve a explorar. ¿Aquí no hay nada? Sí, más cofres. Más gente levitando. Ok, perfecto. A la madre, ¿eso qué es allá? Se ve muy guapo. Ok, entonces aquí ya nos vamos para acá. A nuestro cuartito privado. ¡Ay, mira!
These are my quarters?
¡Wow! Carnal, te la bañaste, Ya nada, te falta la chica. Vámonos. ¿Y esto qué es? Más cositas, más lore. Pues bueno, vamos a dormir.
That was a day.
Hacer mi misión. Yo esperaba algún tipo de visión o algo así. Ok, estamos en el capítulo 6.
Morning, sir. I think I might have, well, accidentally slept in the wrong room. It's kind of, extravagant and really big.
You'll get used to it. Come down to the vault. We need to talk about your next steps as an immortal.
Will do.
Ok. ¿Y aquí mi baño? Este es mi baño. ¿Y dónde tiro el ¿cómo se llama? ¿Dónde tiro el miedo aquí? Eso tiene pinta que sería como mi baño, ¿no? ¿Y el mojón dónde lo tiro? Corro. Cuando me acelero, corro. ¿Vas por acá? Aquí hay más cosas. Ok, esto no lo había visto allí. Aquí. Cosas. ¿Y este quién es?
Silas.
Hello, sir.
¿A dónde te mandarán después?
Now that Yothium is secured, do you have your reassignment?
You heard the Grand Magnus at your ceremony, sir. We're either meant for the front, or we're marching north to help Lavenry. The brass is still working out the details.
Have a preference?
The front, sir. Even though that's an airship over the wound and I have no stomach for flight. My mother and brothers are stationed there. Trenchers by trade, the lot of us. The Magnus that owns our debts likes his lightless to fight his families. Has enough pull with the Light's army to ensure it happens.
So how did you end up here?
A clerical error, most like. Things got a bit scrambly when it was apparent Sandrak really meant it this time, going for the ley line tower. But, this way I get to tell Mom I fought alongside the hero of Yilthium, right?
¿A dónde estaba?
Now that Yilthium is secure,
Ah, de verte.
You heard the Grand Magnus at your
No,
service.
no, ya la cagué. Ya, adiós, vamos.
I'd better go.
Sí, lo volví a poner. Ay, güey, pensé que algo me había movido. Ay, lleva la madre, dejen de darme zonas que... Quiero ver el juego. Y así no me dan chance. Ok, aquí era mi cuarto. Ok, aquí ya investigamos. Corro. Ya abrimos ahí. Ya abrimos acá. ¿Abrimos aquí? No, habríamos abierto acá. ¿Qué es esto? Veo cosas allá arriba. Espérate. Ahí está. Jeje. No te me escapas. Ok, listo. Por aquí, creo que ya. Ok. Ok, aquí hay cosas que hacer, aquí hay desafíos. ¿Y dónde está el otro? Ok, aquí hay un desafío que aplica. Espérate. Aquí hay algo. No, espérate, era. Ok, aquí, ¿qué pasó? Tiene pinta que aquí entonces esto lo tenemos que hacer rápido. Ok, entonces subimos. No, espérate. No, pues sepa la madre, yo creo que es un... A lo mejor es algo que todavía no podemos hacer, así que vamos a hacer la historia. Por lo pronto. Ok, aquí acá arriba. Ok, aquí es por donde estaba la otra salida, ¿no? Que era el gran salón. Y aquí es donde me lleva. Ok, aquí hay más cosas de estas. Ok. Yo creo que todavía no tenemos el poder para poder hacerlas, amiguitos. Tiene pinta. ¿Esto qué chingados es? A la verga, ¿Qué fue eso? El salón de los recuerdos. Ah, aquí es donde entramos, ¿no? Ah, huevo, este es el salón de entrada. Ok, no, pero no es por aquí ahorita. Vamos a ir con esta ñora. Ok. Hola, verga. ¿Qué me van a regalar o qué pedo? Ok. ¿Qué es esto? ¡Uy! Cofrecito. A huevo. A huevo, ya tenemos otra ascensión, muy bien.
Now that you're an immortal, Jack, do you want to know a secret?
That you actually have hobbies? These all yours?
What do you think of them?
I think I haven't seen enough of the world. I don't recognize any of these.
That's because they all were driven to extinction by the Everwar.
How?
Since we first learned to use magic, we've waged war over who would control it. It isn't meant to be used so violently and so unchecked and for so long. The natural world suffers for it. Their habitats die. Their waters are ruined, their skies are choked, their lands are crystallized or filled with hungry spirits they can't compete with. Our magic causes ruin for every living thing, Jack. It causes the wound.
We caused the wound?
I told you that we draw magic from the ley lines, from the shrouded realm. To be more precise, we siphon it to use as we will, and it stays here. But it's not meant to. And no one's ever discovered how to actually put it back. It punches its way back down. All that magic over all that time. And so the wound grows.
But without magic...
We can't win the war to control magic. Correct.
So we're destroying Aveum while we're trying to save Aveum?
That's the secret.
This secret sucks. It's insane. Does Sandrak know this?
Of course he does. All the orders do.
Then why the hell are we fighting? Everyone needs to just stop.
You want to be the first side to quit? Because you trust Sandrak that much. Because mankind can always be counted on to do the reasonable thing.
I've wanted to wield magic my whole life. And now you're telling me
You've already figured out the solution, Jack. We win. Then we start thinking about how to fix the wound.
You don't win in ever war.
It's brick walls like that make you take up painting in your spare time.
Isn't there something else that we can do about it, I mean?
Yes. Go to that spell altar.
What spell will it grant me?
One that hopefully eases your conscience.
Ok. ¿Segura? Santos patronos, a ver. Restaurar. ¿Y eso cómo ayuda? Señora.
Reckless, overtaxed, and broken magic often leaves corruption behind. You grew up with it in Saren, the deposits that would accumulate in the underbridge. There, it's a nuisance. But larger, more malignant versions exist. Part of the Immortals' mandate is to restore those areas of the world overrun with this corruption. That spell is the key.
Restore them. With magic. The same magic that causes it, and oh yeah, also the wound.
The irony isn't lost on anyone. In the meantime, you have more pressing concerns. Zendara's waiting for you in the war chamber to brief you on a mission.
Really? Please don't say she's my field commander.
Run along. Your field commander's waiting.
Sí, sí es. Ok, la mano de sangre habla con... Ok, voy a leer qué es esto. Ay, espérate, ahí veo cositas. Ok, veo cositas aquí. Primeramente, ¿qué hay acá? Un corredor muy largo para que no haya absolutamente nada. Pero vamos a ver. A ver. A ver. Ah, espérate. Creo que ya vi. Espérate. ¡No! Me lleva la fregada. A ver, espérense. Espérate. rápido. Ahí está. No sé cómo lo hice, pero lo logré. Ok, necesitamos... Y aquí... A la madre que me parió. A ver, creo que son por orden, ¿no? Ok, este es... Es este, ok. Es este, ok. Vamos a ver. Que desaparezca. A ver, si es por orden, creo que ya sé cuál es. Es este. Ahí está. A huevo, dame. Pero bueno, amiguitos, yo creo que lo voy a dejar aquí. Así que nada, si les ha gustado este siguiente episodio medio breve de Immortals of Aveum, pues les invito a darle un buen likecito, suscribirse si no lo han hecho, compartirlo con todos sus amigos y nos veremos en el siguiente episodio. Hasta la próxima. Bye bye.